What is going on, everybody? Today I got something incredibly special here. This is the 2023 Audi e-tron GT RS. This is one up from the GT, got lots of incredible features that I can't wait to talk to you about today. To the front of the GT RS, and we got some incredible features that give it such a nice presence. The LED headlights with the sweeping turn signals from the laser high beams as well really get a nice presence, especially at nighttime. If you notice, there's no grille. This is because it is a fully electric vehicle, but it's replaced by some incredible sensors and your 360 camera. You get a front camera here and then the two cameras on the sides, and then the rear, I'll show you that later. Also, you get the adaptive cruise control with your full parking sensors as well, giving it not only that great performance, but you can relax, rest assured that there's great safety features on this car as well. Also with the GT RS, you're gonna notice lots of extra carbon features and accents, including right here on the front bumper. You get this incredible carbon fiber vent right there. Real carbon fiber too. Opening the hood on the GT RS, you're gonna notice there's no engine under here. Yes, it's a fully electric vehicle, but you get some extra storage and it's quite deep still. In fact, it's so deep you still need the emergency release from the inside. Otherwise, in here, you're gonna see your brake fluid reservoir and your windshield washer reservoir, but it's nice that they give some extra practicality to the GT RS. Turning the GT RS on its side, we can see it still has some amazing presence to it. It still shares some similarities with the Taycan. You can see with the hips, the flying buttresses, what they call them, they're still extra wide there. Including, you got some nice vents on the side here that gives it such a nice sporty and a great feel there as well. Also on top here, you got a carbon fiber roof, which is standard on the RS, unlike the GT, which is just the full glass panorama. Working my way down here, you still see it has a very similar feel to a standard car, including the charge ports, which are on each side of the vehicle, giving you two options to charge the car. And it's as easy as just pushing it down like your standard gas car. And let's not forget about these incredible 20-inch wheels. They are these 5-spoke fan blade kind of designs. It's incredibly more aerodynamic, gets you extra range for your EV vehicle. And if you see, there's an orange kind of mark there. That is the carbide caliper. Yes, so these e-tron GT RSs come standard with a carbide front caliper, and they stop on a dime, which you kind of need because of the extra weight of the electric vehicle. Now to talk about charging on the incredible GT RS. You do get an EPA estimated range of 232 miles. That's about 6 miles less than the GT counterpart, but with everything else you get, in my mind, that makes it absolutely worth it. It is an 83.7 kilowatt lithium ion battery that gets you 5 to 80% in about less than 30 minutes on level 3 charging. Your level 3 charger is going to be on the right side of the vehicle, but like I mentioned earlier, there's charge ports on both sides of the car. Level 3 will be here, but level 1 and level 2 will be on either side of the vehicle. Level 2 is what we recommend for you at your house, and that will be a full charge basically overnight or 7 to 8 hours. Level 1 will be that last minute, you just need somewhere to plug in. That's your 12 volt, and it's actually estimated about 40 to 50 hours. Turning the GT RS around, and we can see why I think it has such a great presence. This is incredibly wide and actually gives it more of a supercar feel. With that light bar that reaches all the way around the car, that lights up entirely and looks incredible at night. And don't forget the sweeping turn signals as well that we're so well known for. Hopping in the back seat of the RS GT, we can notice it is a bit cramped here, including the headroom, but it's not an afterthought. You get these individually contoured seats here that feel a lot like the bucket seats in the front. So you get to actually enjoy the sportiness and performance that goes along with this car. And again, it's not a complete afterthought because each rear seat gets their own heated seat controls with 3 levels to that, and the 3rd zone climate control. So back here, I can have it at 80 and the front can have it as low as they would like, and we can all be incredibly comfortable. And then also back here, the doors are finished in this nice suede to match the headliner, and the carbon fiber accenting at the bottom of the door sill, again, reminding you of that little sportiness and feel that comes with the RS models. And not to mention, one of my favorite parts of every Audi is that Bang & Olufsen sound system. Finally hopping into the front seat of the RS GT, and this is where it counts. This is the best part of the entire vehicle, and how could you go wrong with the incredible feel and driver experience that this car offers? from the screen being slightly tilted this way, which I won't go into too much detail just because you've seen it in all the other Audis. It is the same MMI system that has won countless awards for its simplicity and its accessibility. From here, it's a pretty standard steering wheel with the rest of our lineup, the perforated leather with the metal paddles, but you wonder, this doesn't have a transmission like your standard gas car. This actually does have a 2-speed transmission, but what the paddles will actually do is help for your regenerative charge, kind of like a Tesla, to where if you take your foot off the gas, it will slow down. Audi, unlike its competitors, likes you to have the ultimate control of your driving style. Whether that is driving more like a standard vehicle and not having that you take your foot off the accelerator and it slows down motion, it will actually let you choose the absolute range of that. So you can go from a basic feel to that to absolute maximum, where you're more used to that in our other competitors' cars. Again, giving you full range of motion to the best driving feel that you choose. Again, it's a pretty standard digital cockpit here, nothing that really separates itself from the rest of the e-tron lineup, but again, that similarity really brings a lot of people back to Audi. It's not an overwhelming feel to learn new things. We have heated and ventilated seats here on these incredible, more bucket seats. They actually do hold you tight, and when you go around corners, it'll actually grab you on the sides, which actually feels incredibly nice for the sportiness of this car. Full standard AC and heated systems that go along with the rest of our lineup. Again, not too much craziness going on there. What I will point out, this does have the Park Assist Plus, which means you can actually put it in the Park Assist mode. It will find a parking spot, whether it will back in, head in, or it'll actually also parallel park the vehicle as well. Incredible features. We really are in the future and next generation of Audi. I love to see it. With our new shifters here, you've seen on the A3 models as well. The GTs have this, and the Q4s as well. Again, kind of fitting into that next generation, next era of Audi. You can see the carbon fiber goes along the whole dash here, adding to the lots of carbon fiber components that I mentioned there would be earlier. There is no shortage of it here in the interior. And it's my favorite. It's the dry carbon. Doesn't leave fingerprints like the more wet carbon does, and adds to the more friendliness of the interior as far as fingerprints, and especially if kids or anything like that, it helps out a bit too. Again, there's so much to talk about on this car, but really the best way I like to say it is get behind the wheel, drive it, because there's no better feeling than driving an Audi, and that's what we're gonna do next. So here it is, now finally behind the wheel of the RS GT, and I can tell you there's no shortage of options and opportunities to get yourself in a lot of trouble. This car in comfort mode is probably faster than 90% of the cars on the market today. I would actually go as far as 99%. Electric cars are unmatched in their field of level of torque and just the absurd acceleration that goes with them. So the RS GT is, again, an exceptional car. Not only this, I'm in comfort and I'm comfortable. This, you don't really need much more as far as comfortability in a sports car. You kind of sign up for that when you do purchase one. But as far as having sports car and then switching over to dynamic mode and having a actual like full-on stiff suspension sports car, you get best of both worlds here. I'm extremely comfortable as is. You know, I got my heads-up display displaying my miles per hour, and again, if I put my navigation on, it would also display that as well. The big selling point of this car is the acceleration and the speed, but again, it gives you lots of options to get in trouble. Even in comfort mode, you're more than okay. And then if you switch it over to dynamic, you will notice quite a few things. You notice the suspension will get stiffer. You'll notice the steering will also get stiffer as well, and the acceleration and everything will actually get a little bit sharper. That's that extra 6 miles of range we do lose because of the just overall tuning that they did with the electric motors and everything. And those carbide brakes that just stop on a dime. So can't go wrong with this car at all. So with the RS GT, some of my favorite features on this car, besides the fact that it feels like a supercar, you get that low, it's very wide, but it's also very tucked in here as well. You get this incredible noise that's coming off the motors, and again, unlike a lot of other cars right now, it's not projected through the speakers. This is actually a sound they designed that goes off of the motors. So you do get that feeling that it still is a sports car, it's still making some great noise that you otherwise would not get with an electric car. Now, again, the safety features on this car are just incredible. Audi's done the Audi Presense, the Audi Rear Sense. This has the 360 camera, so that full top view, full blind spots as well. The adaptive cruise control with the lane assist, which I have on, so if I ever went over the line, it would actually correct me. And not to mention, here in California, I don't know about how many other places, acceleration is a safety feature in my mind, especially getting onto some of these freeways. They can be kind of tedious. Thank you for joining me today with the GT-RS. If you learned something or you loved it, give a comment or a like below. Make sure to subscribe for future content, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.